Yeah, so it's on the same stream as we were watching a second ago. Okay, guys, we are live and we are kicking off already, so I need to bring up the stream. Thank you so much everyone who's joining us. Thank you so much to Stubz for being here, VJ for being here. We have Steel Rain coming as well soon. I'm just going to bring up the stream so we can check this out, but thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Gosh, where are we? There we go. Bring that up. There we go. We've got some Tim Schafer introducing it. Lovely. Okay. Sorry, it's a bit crazy, guys, but the way they do this is very annoying. They just push straight into it. I wish they would just at least give us 10 minutes, you know what I mean, between shows. It would be nice. But yeah, thanks for being here, Stubz. Thanks for being here, VJ. How you doing?
Very inspiring event.
How about that? Cheers.
Pandemic, it became digital only.
Good, thank you.
A live event and a digital showcase.
What's up, Mr. Domez in the chat? How you doing, buddy? Let us know about the audio levels, my friend. Can you hear the stream okay coming through? Still Rain joining us. How you doing, brother?
Hope you're excited, and please, without further ado,
Indeed. Hopefully you can hear me.
Can indeed, brother. Thank you so much for being here. What a pleasure. First time on, I think, on this channel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
It's been too long. How dare I?
Hey, all great things come with good times.
That's it.
You for even asking me to be on. So
Oh, man. I'm sure we're going to have to keep that coming for a future time as well, buddy. Thank you. Good stuff. Okay, we're underway. It's a bit crazy the way they do this, as we were saying. It's just like fire straight into it, but, you know, keep it coming, keep the goods coming, as they say. Thanks for joining us, chat. Smoke back in the house. Z Black Rider in the house. Great to see you.
I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago.
Chicory
Introducing Beastie Ball.
Nice. Chicory was a very highly celebrated indie game, so this is great. I don't think you guys checked out Chicory.
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG.
No, I haven't checked out Chicory myself.
Yeah.
Which is
I like the
kind
art
of like
style of
volleyball.
it.
You play
Yeah, this is the new game by the look of
things. You can
things.
explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team.
Shame we couldn't get some intros in and get warmed up to things, but we've just been thrown in. But yeah, it's a bit annoying, but yeah, once again, thanks to you guys joining us for this. Feels weird doing it like this way, just being like straight show to another show, but
beasties are highly social creatures.
Do you want to go for full screen, guys? Would you prefer full screen action?
Constantly playing Beastie Ball to build
Let us know in the chat.
to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
So with this game, we really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change, and the bonds that they form with each other. We knew we wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes.
I love when they go kind of behind the scenes and
which gives
really
us
show you
to
how the
express
art
their
design is
personalities and
created.
different ways of
Yeah, man.
process of
To help
making the
give
game. I
each
love
BC
that.
that personality.
Yeah.
It's really,
and
really
doing
interesting,
unique
isn't it?
voices for
It
them.
is good
Each
to
one
see
can
that behind the
express a
curtain
range
look
of
for sure.
emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that.
I feel like it iterates why I don't want to be a game dev.
Really? Yeah, the work that goes
From a
in.
tiny town built around a nature
I know what you're saying,
reserve. We're kind
brother.
of underdogs until one day
Yeah,
when
and
the
you just
Beastie
think
Ball
that it's quite
League
nice
showed
things you
up
see
and
with like these
tearing
indie devs
down
how
the
personal it
reserve
is. They're
for
literally set up in
Your
their own
only way
house
to stop
sometimes.
the
You got to do it like their own
construction is to
dog,
rise all the way
doing
to the
little
top.
sounds and
Nice,
stuff. You know what I mean? It's so personal.
Right from the start of your adventure, you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on
It's
your
just
map.
cool.
You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger.
Shizno
So no
Elite.
matter which way you go,
How are you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for coming by.
We're so excited to finally reveal this. It's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing a crowdfunding campaign.
Driving.
very, very soon,
No
and
worries,
we'd love to
brother.
have your support.
Nice.
Thanks very much. We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
Beastie Ball.
Beastie Balls.
2024.
Cool. Looks good. I'm sure that'll be a good announcement for people who enjoy chicory.
Hyperlight Breaker.
Here we go,
Our
Hyperlight
follow
Breaker.
title in the Hyperlight universe, you'll assume the
Oops, I dropped that.
serious skills.
Let's get that back
You'll
up.
be entering the Overgrowth, an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like
This
its
game looks
predecessor,
awesome.
it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off against enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello, I'm Alex, creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyperlight
Uncover
Breaker.
this.
I'm not too sure about the weather.
The weather?
Did you not see the trees just staying in place?
That's like, I mean, that's your VJ's first comment of the day. I'm not sure about the weather. He's so British after all.
As is our anthem. It's a game that's vivid.
Yeah, man. Did you play Hyperlight Drifter?
No, I didn't.
Oh, this is the sequel to that. Yeah, it's actually a top-down 2D, more sort of isometric kind of thing, the first one.
Open world game.
So it's kind of like that game, but evolved, if you know what I mean. This one is.
Okay.
Yeah, check
You
out
could say it's a mix
Hyperlight
of
Drifter,
incredible
though. It's
open world
really
games
cool
like
indie.
Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike, such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online.
Yeah, combat's right up.
Breaker's
it's
narrative
right up my
will be
alley.
presented
Nice.
fully through visual storytelling,
Looks beautiful.
where you'll
I love the
discover
art
and
style.
Yeah.
decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear.
They also
make new
made a game
builds,
called Solar Ash,
unlock
which
new
is similar
characters, upgrade your
to
outfit
this.
as
Have you heard of
bring back
Solar Ash?
more
No.
and more
Yeah, I heard of Solar Ash.
Yeah.
This combat looks a little bit more
Learn
appealing
so
to me than
much from
Solar
the
Ash
previous
does.
game.
Solar
Okay,
Ash
'cause
looks really cool.
yeah, it's quite similar to this, but yeah, this I agree with that as well. But Solar Ash has got a similar sort of 3D vibe to it. And then Hyperlight Drifter is quite a lot more, you know, what you'd expect a sort of pixel art, sort of, you know,
We'll have a
top-down
lot more information
indie game
on
to
the
be
game
more
as we
like,
come
if you know what I
closer and
mean.
closer
Is the weather good
early
in them
access
games? Just
later
3J?
this year.
The weather's always good. Absolutely.
And now,
Uh,
in true Day of the Devs
Where are
fashion,
we?
we're traveling
Nice.
halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developer Stone Skip and publisher IM8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing,
Luke's
and
still in the
enjoyable,
chat. How
it's
you doing,
chill
brother?
And vibey.
Luke
Let
still.
anxiety go while you play
Blue still, Luke still.
simpler times.
He'll be joining us later on for the Devolver show after this one. It's going to be a packed night of indie goodness, guys.
Cheers.
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stubz Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty
What's
of
up,
the
Dragon
ordinary
Wolf? How
and
you doing,
serves as
buddy?
a place from the past where you can be present.
Simpler Times follows Tyna on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man.
And shout out to DeFloyd and Indie Pixels as well. Thank you very much for coming by, guys. Really
We
appreciate
want
it.
you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Tyna's world.
It's apple picking season. My favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions, you will journey alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
Getting getting like Edith Finch vibes there. Not dark.
Yeah, but yeah,
And you'll be
got a
there to
chill
guide
vibe
her.
to it, but
From simple activities like picking dried leaves.
I don't know how I'd call it Edith Finch vibes, but I know if you feel you're feeling that, yeah, that's where you're coming. I mean, the first person perspective maybe, and the art style maybe.
I really wish I could say
It's the memories.
The memories, okay,
But
nice,
not
yeah.
together.
But not the dark.
Okay, I see,
memories.
I see where you're coming
Know
from.
the world is getting
Did I just hear a...
We live in it
Sorry,
too.
go on, hang on.
We wanted to create a space where players can take a break,
Ah.
slow down, and
My
enjoy
alerts decided
something
to work.
meaningful.
Somebody has subscribed. David Billups has subscribed. Thank you very
Simpler
much.
Times stems from stories we believe need to be told and
I didn't
heard.
know my
Inspired by this very
notifications
place
were
we're
working
now
for that.
sitting in, the game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
Do you guys get into these sort of
We want
cozy,
to
more
build a
relaxing
sense
style
of
games?
awareness and appreciation
Not
for the
typically
world around
myself,
us, encouraging
but
you
I
to
can
reflect
always
on your own
admire
memories and
the
experiences.
artistry that goes into it, right?
Simpler
Yeah.
Times is coming
The
soon on
saying
PC
that I've
and
kind of
other
coined from
platforms.
Everborn,
So make sure to wish
this
Sure.
gaming is art and should be
and follow
treated
us
as
on
such.
social media.
Definitely.
This
Thanks
is
for
a good
taking the
example.
time
This is
to
a good
listen.
example of
We
that.
hope
Not
you
from me,
enjoy
but
playing
Yeah.
Simpler Times
I
as
like
much
art.
as we enjoy
Exactly. I love the fact they do it. It's so personal, isn't it? And you know, if that can connect really strongly with people. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. There's so many different games for different gamers, isn't there?
Right,
I was
exactly.
going to say, so now we know what Christopher Eccleston's doing post Doctor Who.
He does look a bit like him, doesn't he? That's feeling good vibes from that, definitely.
This next game is from Sad Owl Studios and
Oh,
Thunderful
yeah.
Publishing.
It's
a
that
really
human
fun
element,
game
man.
Built around
Yeah.
a game mechanic where the photos that you take become
This game's awesome. Viewfinder. This one is. I know about this one. This was at WASD, and it's coming out quite soon actually. They got a release date. I've just spoiled that little reveal for everyone, but because it was on Twitter earlier, I think.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe
Yes, this is a cool game.
in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
It's got a clever puzzle mechanic.
Take photos or find photos and then.
Wow! Oh, I like that.
It's cool,
That's
isn't it?
nice.
Yeah.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique experience, and
I think that's nice. That
everybody
effect
is
of the
just
photo.
going to have a
It
different
turns into
experience
reality.
of how they play Viewfinder, and that's
Cybernox
just a
in the
really
house.
nice
Sorry, I couldn't
thing.
resist. How you doing, brother? It's great to see you. Been too long.
An elegant solution.
Love this time of year. Get together for games.
Doesn't look right.
This has definitely got the chill vibes down, but I really like the puzzle mechanic. It's really engaging.
Take reality too.
It's
If I
very
was to
clever.
compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People
Definitely.
have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and
Yep.
various other first-person puzzle
All
games.
of those I would agree with.
It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things, and you know that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created by different
This game is so creative and unique.
you
I can
know,
see
we
so many
have
people getting
people
lost
from
in
all
this,
over the
or
world.
either that or
We
getting
have
frustrated
such
that they can't
diverse
figure it out.
and
Yeah,
interesting
I know what you mean.
Interesting. Each character comes from a different culture. There's a lot of
Does look very good.
Yeah, it's nice, and
It's PC only, I presume.
no, there's a demo on PlayStation actually that's come out today. It's on PC on Steam. Not sure about other platforms as well, actually. Find out in a second.
That really represent that character, who they are, what they like to do.
I'm sure you know.
But yeah, if you've got PlayStation, check out the demo. There's a demo on Steam as well.
I'll probably download that demo on Steam then.
Nice. Look at that. Retro vibe.
Yeah.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know.
This is definitely a
so that
passion
the rest
project,
of the
definitely.
world
Oh,
can
yeah. See it.
also
Yeah.
have a glimpse of the experiences.
Probably fans of photography.
This must be the next stage.
PS4 and
Let's
Steam.
go.
Oh, so it's PS5 and Steam, yeah, so no other platforms. It's Thunderful, by the way, as well, the publisher.
We received a record number of submissions for this Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Oh.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty.
Not seen this before. Because Still, you're on PC, aren't you, mostly, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
So you got an opportunity to check out quite a broad range of games through Steam and stuff, haven't you? So
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah. So all the indies are on there, so that's the good thing.
You can hunt in this game.
The indie machine.
The indie machine.
I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what
That's
different
so
things you
scratchy.
can hunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game.
I do like twin stick.
Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that, it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they
Weird.
have. The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack. And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it.
Ooh.
It helps us out a
Everywhere.
lot.
Nice. That looks very cool, actually.
Our next game is a bit of a blast from the past. It arrived on the scene around 12 years ago, quickly became the talk of the town, and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then, shortly afterwards, both the game and its creator vanished. That game was Cart Life, a slice-of-life simulation game that put you in the shoes of various street vendors and tasked you with setting up a successful business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that lovingly restored and better than ever, Kart Life is back.
Shout out to Lady Foxfire in the chat. Great to see you, Foxy. And yes, we are looking forward to seeing you on Saturday. She's going to be on the Future Game Show live reaction, what we're doing on Saturday. Very much looking forward to hanging out with you for that.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Kart Life. Kart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back.
Look at this. I do.
Nice. I love a bit of retro.
In Kart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart. Andres is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job.
There's Stubz in the shower.
In Kart Life, resources are limited.
Who said that?
You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories.
Yeah, it's not grabbing me if I'm 100% honest, this one, but you know, seems like it's got a lot of depth to it, to be honest. It's one of those ones people would have to play to just really appreciate its depth.
There's no right or wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console later this year.
The skateboard renaissance has been going on for the last couple years in games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
Oh, another nice skate game on the way, hopefully. Skate story, hopefully later tonight.
My name is Jordi van den Bussen,
Devolver,
also known as Bubblecup. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellskate.
Oh, this looks good.
It's cool.
All right, Anton. First try. Here we go.
Definitely looks like a modern era Tony Hawk.
It definitely does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Legs look like just like it. Oh, you gonna hit.
The combat as well, though, yeah. Sunset
okay.
Overdrive.
For sure. Cool card, I like that.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
Nice.
It started
a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk, we're bound
240p.
to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manuals, grinds, jumps, balance meters with roguelite structure.
Just like with other games in the roguelite genre, death is a central mechanic in the game.
Nice.
When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources, which you can use to get permanent upgrades
Wow, this
such
has
as
got a lot to it.
tattoos or skateboards,
I like
which
it.
act as weapons.
I don't know if you noticed the Final Fantasy reference in this game.
No, go ahead and tell us if you like.
Combat in our game can be
The one-winged
described as a
angel, Sephiroth.
fast-paced
Oh, really?
skateboard hack and
Nice.
slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning. And then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding where you need it, when you need it.
I'm up for this for sure.
Why did you stop me
I think you did a mocap for it.
Going on the wish list. Yeah.
When your arm, what do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hellskate.
Oh, it's
Wishing seeing the game
Kowloon's.
would mean the world to us. Thank you.
I think that's Kowloon Knights who did funding for a lot of indie projects like
In our next
Spirit
game,
Pharaoh and
Henry
stuff.
Halfhead, you play as Half a Head. That's it.
They've come up a couple of times indie on your show.
Kowloon.
But it's so
Yeah,
much
they
more
do a
than
lot of
that,
funding for a lot of
because you
great
see,
indie games.
Henry
So
can be many
pretty cool.
things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into
Is this
anything
dev studio in
he
Hawaii?
can reach. Using this peculiar power
What we're looking at now?
and form, you'll live the life of the
these people who are around the world, I think, is
sandbox situations
I Am
crafted
8-Bit
by
and
Zurich-based developers
Double Fine are
Entertainment.
the hosts of
And in
this.
so doing,
But they collaborate
maybe
with indie
ponder the
developers from all
philosophical
different types of,
Oh,
you know,
is-
different.
Was that last?
How is
Sorry, was that last game
what does
Hellskate?
it mean
Yeah.
to be Henry Halfhead?
Can't find it on Steam.
Welcome. May I introduce you
It's only
to
one L.
Henry's
Oh,
purchase
right.
anyway.
That's my mistake.
Oh, was
If
it?
there's anything that
Yeah, it was only one L.
Well, no,
Every
I
L's
found it
game.
now.
Henry can transform into everything.
He spells
in
lager
their
with two L's as well.
everything. And that's how they manage their daily life.
That tells a lot, huh?
The familiar noise of Henry's alarm
There we go,
clock
I've looked at
announces
it
the
in that
dawn
game
of a
now.
new day. And it will keep ringing until Henry gets
to do
up
with our
and
wish
calms the nervous, quivering machine.
They'll probably do a Steam page, I imagine, after this with all of the stuff that was shown.
At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making
Pixel
their
Slapper, how you doing, buddy? Great to see you.
Staying in bed is
Jadzilla.
tempting, only leads to regret later.
Good to see you,
Henry knows that
Jazzy.
if you want to change the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up.
Removal Sanity in the house. Don't see his name, his face pop up very often in the
For
channel.
hours,
Great
Henry
to see you,
could sit
buddy.
there, lifting the seat up and down,
Removable
pretending it was a
sanity.
singing
Welcome.
mouth. Not too hot, not too cold. Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin.
Does it dissolve in the tub? It turned into a bubble.
That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry it
different.
himself.
It's definitely testing the Steel Reigns like for Karma Games. Which is good stuff.
And so
It's amazing the amount of diversity there is, though, isn't there, between games?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, and you can hit a note with people, a group of people, and And you can really like knuckle down and just focus on a certain experience. That's what I love.
See, and that's why I don't like over criticizing people for the type of game that they play or what they like.
Yeah.
There's so many different experiences out there for people, man.
Exactly.
The best drink Henry can make from beans.
Yep, and there's no substitute for actually
Candy
hands-on.
of nature.
Yeah, none. Yeah, none, zero.
Well fed and well informed, Henry has to
Unless
get
you're chopping
ready
an
for
apple, right?
work.
Yeah,
An apple, sorry.
Whatever, you know. It's simple, but works. Oh, got the shades on.
You're getting into it now.
If Henry takes the lunchbox and leaves now, they can
Oh, you can toast the bread. Oh,
Double the fun.
I stepped it up for Pong. For Pong, even for Steel, sorry. I thought your brother was in here for a minute.
Henry.
He's in later, actually.
I think they're hooked to buy it here.
You're on the hook. I love that.
Our next game is from Jeppe Carlsen, a creator who's perhaps best well known
Ooh.
for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside.
Oh,
We had the honor of working with him
Cocoon
to
time,
publish two
baby.
of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents. Rhythm action platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth. Two of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played.
This is
that truly give you a
highlight,
sense
no
for
doubt.
and appreciation of Jeppe's contributions to those Playdead titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Bring it on.
Hello,
Cannot
I'm
wait.
Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
This was shown at the Xbox Showcase last year, if any of you remember that.
Oh, I do remember this now. And there was a demo, correct?
No, no demo.
No?
Unless I missed that. Which I would be very angry if I did.
There was a game that looked similar to this. I'm probably wrong.
Pretty sure there wasn't any.
I'd have to spank your bottom and call you Penelope.
No, it weren't this. No.
Oh, look at that Stubz to the rescue. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh, it definitely wasn't a demo.
I don't know. That was a different game.
It's an adventure game with multiple worlds.
Steel racing. No, I paid good money
Each
for
of
that.
these worlds are contained within an
This is
orb.
looking amazing. Actually,
Let me
playing
demonstrate
it in
by
engineering.
jumping out of the
hopefully.
world which we are currently
Beautiful.
exploring.
Oh, look at that.
Just like that, we are now in a world
Lovely use
outside.
of colour in this game.
Yeah.
The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring. Let's jump out one more time.
I think
We are
Steel
now
Race
in a world even further
reversed back
outside.
and rewinded the video
We can
back and
explore
still
this
watching that
world
half-head
using
Harry.
the orange orb that we picked up.
He's seriously into it.
Stubbs is
yeah. I had to rewind it back, man.
Yeah, you're still involved.
No.
But yeah, the puzzle mechanics in this are
Orbs
awesome.
can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles.
I'm definitely really excited for this game.
I'm just wondering if these balls have unique properties.
And
They do.
you can even throw them into pipes.
Not yours, Indy.
My balls do as well, yeah. They're dangerous. But yeah, no, the orbs do have different properties, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a thing they've said, and change up the gameplay and that. The music's really cool as well. It was good in the trailer.
You can use the
Lord
hierarchy
Stubz,
of worlds
are you
within
keen on
worlds
this?
to solve interesting puzzles.
Looks nice.
For example,
He's finished it though. He played it.
to safely avoid
played a
this
demo.
moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world.
No,
Let it pass by.
it's just the background, Indy. It looks like
And
the
jump
environment
back in.
from Mossbag, and now he's a bit nervous.
Oh dear.
He's in the marshes.
How about you, Still? You into this?
Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles.
Stilly baby.
Within each sitting there on mute, man.
Oh, sorry. That's all right.
Just came up. I saw. Wasn't this game shown at the Xbox?
That's it. Yeah, it showed at Xbox Showcase last year.
This game was definitely up my radar just because of how interesting the concept of it was.
Yeah.
You know, being a beetle and whatnot. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I liked what I saw from it.
Yeah.
I like kind of what I'm seeing now.
This is actually taking it up for me even more now. Seeing this, which I'm really grateful for. Yeah, I'm loving it. But yeah, like they said at the start, it's the gameplay designer from Playdead, the ex-gameplay designer from Playdead, started his own studio, so he's obviously top of his game. I'm sure you've probably played Inside or Limbo.
I haven't played either or because they don't necessarily appeal to me. But
outrageous.
I've heard people speak on it and how much they've enjoyed it. And
it's the one thing, that everyone's loads of people have played that one. Yeah.
Two of the shock still. I've completed them 2 games, Limbo and Inside.
It's the only games he has completed though, but but yeah, no, you definitely should give him a shot though. I know you say they don't appeal to you, but they are just so good, my man. Especially Inside. Give it a whirl. You won't regret it. Cocoon, baby. Yeah, I'm up for it. That looked great.
And now, I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été. In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color. Été means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way.
Doggo. Stubz' dog.
When you fill something with paint, you'll extract its color as droplets of experience. And as you level up, you'll become able to unleash larger splashes of paint that reveal a bigger part of the world at once.
That's your car, Indy.
Yes, that is. You've got one of them, haven't you?
Got two of them on the garden. Plenty of locals, taking part
I actually haven't got one of those.
Everyday anecdotes, and some of them will even commission artworks from you. Using your bike, you can travel quickly back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas. That's where your creativity comes into play. At your easel, you can create gorgeous watercolor artworks using anything you've discovered in your expedition so far. Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions.
That reminds me of
and if you're feeling inspired,
Season a bit.
you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without any kind of limitation.
Game I played,
hundreds of
reviewed earlier in the year.
disposal,
You did like
dozens of
scrapbooking in
commissions to
it.
inspire you, the only limit really
It's a
is
pretty
your
cool game.
imagination. Apart from living your best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best kept
Finally, a game with a
an
cup of
abandoned
tea in it.
building that could
That's what you've been
become your
waiting
very own
for.
painting studio.
And you haven't even got your cup of
But
tea
you'll
avatar
have to dive
again.
into that story for yourself. It is coming out in 2024, and we
Ooh, cup
hope
of
you'll
tea.
enjoy your adventures as a traveling painter in this lovingly crafted, whimsical summer world.
Nice. Where's Meisuko?
Hi
when you
everybody,
need
how
him?
are you liking the show so far? This is the time where we take a
Still
brief
don't know
break
where he
to talk
is.
about
Hope
the
you're all right,
long and
Meisuko.
complicated process
Yeah,
by which
we miss you,
accept
buddy.
games into the nominating committee and all the legal ramifications and the technical rules that go with the accounting of the.
Tim, sorry. I thought that, yeah, I thought I was doing something here too. Ah. All right. Hey, Kelly from Indie Mega Booth here with a very
Oh, nice.
exciting announcement. We're back.
Sweet. Indie Mega Booth, they do like the big, the in-person shows like PAX and stuff like that.
If you're a fan of indie games, you may have seen the Indie Mega Booth at shows like PAX West and PAX East over the last decade, bringing together a curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypta the Necrodancer, Tunic, Disco Elysium, Spiritfarer, Celeste, Mini Metro,
Nice lineup.
Astroneer, The Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community. Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation during the pandemic, but we're so excited to announce that we're finally waking up from our big long slumber, and we're ready to move forward with IMB 2.0.
That's
Head on
awesome.
over to our brand new website, indiemegabooth.com, and be Indie Know by signing up for our newsletter. Learn about new games, upcoming showcases, digital sales,
I'd love
and the
to see
best
them
ways to help
do
support the games and
EGX,
developers that you know
but
and
actually
love.
that'd be
As
really
we've
good.
always said, individually we're tiny, together we're mega.
Yeah, they've always been awesome at showcasing indies. When they like they say, they basically the
We have another
pandemic
world
stopped
premiere
that,
for
like it
y'all,
stopped
and
everything
it's
else.
also
So it's good to see
really
that's back,
thematically appropriate for the
normality and all that.
showcase. You'll see why in a second. It's from the aesthetically amazing studio called Land and Sea. They're famous for the Alto series that you know and love, but this next one is not what you're expecting from them. It'll be herding your way. It'll be flocking your way. No, I like herding. It'll be herding your way next year. It's called Summerhill. It's about sheep.
Sounds like one of my
Hi there.
jokes.
My name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the founder and creative director of Land and Sea.
Oh, UK.
We're a small team from the UK, best known as the developers of the Alto's Adventure series.
Nice.
Now, over the last few years, we've been busy growing the team and laying the groundwork for our most ambitious project yet. It's an entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that we care about most as a studio. And we're super excited to be able to share this exclusive first teaser with you today. So please take a look, and I'll be back at the end to tell you more.
Yeah, I agree. Indie Pixels Stanley Parable is an amazing game. Not even really a game, it's so different. Talking Heads fan, nice. Didn't notice that. This is a nice art style. Nice lighting. That is really beautiful.
Yeah, it looks nice, that is.
Yeah, it does.
Nice art style. It's got
Yeah. You actually got to herd the sheep. Is that part of the gameplay, did he say a minute ago? I mean, that's the thing, you package it rightly, you package it right and I would probably go for it. Because this looks like it's packaged well. That's great. I think, you know, I would be up for that. I like the idea of it.
It gets more complicated to herd them as you progress in the level.
I would hope so, yeah.
I like that. I like the concept of that.
Yeah, no, it's
Some of
cool,
them.
isn't it? It's very nice looking.
Life, loss, and livestock.
We hope you enjoyed this first look at our brand new game, Summerhill. To give you a little bit more detail, Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog. Together you'll be setting out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home.
Looks beautiful.
Summerhill brings together gentle problem solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking pastoral landscapes to tell a timeless coming-of-age folktale. As a team, we've been massively inspired by the rich history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are a few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name Summerhill is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice to this timeless tradition and tell a story that could only be told in this way. We're also super excited to be working again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer best known for his work on games such as Monument Valley 2, Dreams, and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We can't wait to share more with you, so if you'd like to be the first to hear about what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
That is a definite beauty, in my opinion.
Next up, we have an update on Eternites. This is from Studio Psy, essentially a one-person team with a few friends helping out on the side. And it's a dating action game. Now, you've heard a lot about this
What's going on?
title.
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting Day of the Devs. But it's urgent. A virus has turned most of us into...
Summerhill's on the wish
I don't know how
list.
much longer we can hold out. It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows?
Steel Rain, this is reminding you of your prom night.
More thing worth fighting for.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
It's a dating action game that takes adrenaline.
There definitely was a glowing red alien somewhere.
Oh well, the gameplay is a bit better than the cutscenes. But look at
Be honest for a moment.
See this? You play quite a lot of these sort of Japanese games, don't you, VJ? You're into it. Yeah.
I used to play a lot more than I do now, but yeah, I still prefer playing Japanese video games.
Yeah.
Or games from Japanese creators, I should say.
Sure. How does this grab you in that context?
Puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier when you have someone special by your side.
I need to see more.
Yeah.
I'm not quite certain what it is.
It's hard to know, isn't it?
They're trying to tell me.
They do
the
have
combat's right there for me.
Yeah,
for
I was
sure.
gonna say that's what really
I
made
like
me
the
think.
concept of the game.
Yeah, it looked good that bit.
Teacher might hear us.
Except I don't know if I want a dating simulating combat game.
Sure.
I don't know.
Have you ever passed an
Combat looks
out to your
good.
crush? I mean,
You love it, Steel Rain.
Oh,
Come
God.
on.
that's cool.
Listen, Harry Halfhead, and
He's like-
it's done for the year.
He's got enough attention in real life, probably. With that
Not
smooth
tension,
tones,
but-
you know, those smooth dulcet tones.
Oh, look at that! They got Final Fantasy remake mechanics in there. Hey, I can work out. Nice.
I actually get that reference.
So many things like trade, scavenge, dates. Did I say date twice? Anyway, you have to manage and balance all these activities if you want to save the world.
God.
The clock is
This is- It might end up being pretty good, but
Yeah, I find the voice annoying, but then that's a lot of
Yeah.
Japanese stuff, isn't it, for you though? The voiceover is a bit extreme.
yeah,
isn't
you either
it?
like it or you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
Wishlist now.
it's quite Americanized usually.
Next up,
Like,
from
you know what I mean?
Italian Icelandic
I know
developer
that you're
Evil
American,
Licorice
obviously, but
comes a
it's very
nostalgia
over
fueled
accentuated, if you know what I mean.
magic-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering and allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice, and I'm one of the designers of Retro Gadgets.
Okay.
Although it takes me forever to build something like this, I love the feeling of seeing something happening on a screen like this one when I rotate the knob or I press the buttons. And this is where the idea for Retro Gadgets comes from, is to being able to build digital gadgets with little effort. We love Pico 8 by Lexaloff because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadgets tries to take the best of both worlds and adds a layer of hardware building and customization. All this is packaged in a cozy and retro-inspired environment. We have a fantastic community, and people have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations. So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam, and we have big plans.
What's this game called?
Retro Gadgets, did he say?
Yes.
Yeah, Retro Gadgets, yeah.
If you've ever watched the Mars Curiosity rover on one of its missions, you very well may have become fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very important question, though. Sure, Curiosity can tell us the weather on a planet millions of miles away, but can it deliver a pizza? In Mars First Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped objects from point A to point B by assembling and piloting your very own Mars rovers. And in doing so, perhaps you will solve the pepperoni-based problems that truly matter.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself.
Using Legos. Nice.
I've forgotten the name of the game that art style reminds me of. It came to Game Pass. It's gone.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Is it like a shooting game?
No. Exploration based. Yeah.
Not Sable.
Sable, well done.
Yeah.
As you complete deliveries,
Brilliant job.
the game will give you new
Good memory.
toys to play with.
Drop the pizza.
Don't worry. Half-head Fred or whatever his name was his eyeballs are gonna pop out of it any second now. Pizza with eyeballs.
It's nice and smooth.
Oh, you got thrusters.
Indeed, it almost looks like Sable here, right? Like a DLC pack or something.
Yeah.
Like,
It looks exactly like it.
no
Yeah.
need for a skateboard or a surfing board. Now you've got vehicles.
Yeah.
Was it slipping? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting.
The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to
Oh, you got
take on.
people.
There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world.
Might have been a 2D prototype for Mass Effect
One of
Andromeda.
the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination using the parts that you have available.
Oh, you broke it apart. Oh. It's definitely an extremely creative game.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
And as you build up your
Oh, it
collection
locks
of
in place.
parts,
Yeah, it's
more creative options
game to
will
make you
become
think.
available to you.
Most definitely.
And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative.
There's a, I forget the other game that this reminds me of in the mechanics sense. You could basically build stuff and then test drive it and things like that. There was another game. Oh, I forgot what it's called now.
And finally, I'm really excited to announce that Mars First
Now what?
Logistics will be launching into Steam
Say
Early
more.
Access on the 22nd
Early
of June.
access.
That's just 2 weeks away. And we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
Love the presentation. He's pretty went full hog on that.
The aftermath of
Yeah,
a worldwide
that's cool.
flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take.
Oh, okay,
From
nice.
the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the
There's a
all-new
demo for that
adventure
game on
set
Steam,
in
by
the
the way.
sprawling
The
post-flood
game
world
you just seen.
of Salt Sea. The adventure
Right.
unfolds differently with every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swashes and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Salt Sea Chronicles.
I'm looking forward to seeing what this is like because the Mutazione was really nice story-driven game.
We are Die Gute Fabrik.
I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made Saltsea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Saltsea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew.
Similar art style to Mutazione again.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks. I was almost thought I was.
You've seen it, haven't you? Yeah.
Spiritfarer.
Oh, you Spiritfarer. Yeah. Have you seen Mutazione or before?
At the beginning of the game,
no,
you're
no.
going to discover that Maya,
what you just said.
Mutazione.
and together
Yes.
your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship
It's
and
a
set
pr-
out
it's- yeah,
across the
it's one to get
Saltsea
your head around.
archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore
It's
with
got that
from
sort
the
of
crew when
pastel
you get there,
look
and what to
in
say
that game
to
as
the
well.
people that you meet along the way. Saltsea Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the people there live symbiotically with this community of cats. As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Saltsea. It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover how each community has slightly different house rules. Another thing we're super proud of is our exploration system. So we're sort of done away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically. Saltsea Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a
quality of life
community
thing,
and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange, maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a detective one. There are plenty of laughs, but tough choices and meaningful moments too. Our writer's room of award-winning storytellers have done an incredible job. We're so delighted to share Saltsea Chronicles with you all today, and I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
All right, this next game, sorry. Tim keeps texting. Let's see. Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important. The thing I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7
Getting
years.
slightly concerned about the time now.
Too bad there's no way to do it.
Why did they organise this so badly?
It's actually pretty cool.
There should have been a break in between. You just had a 2-hour show and then another hour show, and then there's another hour show after this. It's
Yeah,
like-
exactly. Like the next one's supposed to start at 11 from the Summer Game Fest bonanza, as they, put it all under that banner. So why don't they work it out better that it's more spread out? Do you know what I mean? It's just frustrating.
So here's a very quick sneak peek at their incredibly long series. We highly encourage you to watch this thing. It's amazing.
So what's next? Second House 2.
If Jeff hadn't dragged his
To get
show
to
up.
the dollar amount we're talking about. financing from a lot of people.
Get Jeff out of the way and get the indie goodness on.
Whenever Grasslands is going to start, Tim's just going to start taking our people.
What's up, back from the dead? Great to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming by.
There's a ton of stuff going on right now. It's kind of breaking me. But it's fun. It'll be really rewarding when it's done.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on a second house game in the near future. Thank you for helping us bring back Psychonauts. Thank you. 3, 2,
To submit your game
Is
for
it-
future
is it a
Day
game
of the
or a
Devs,
movie
or to just hear
or a
about
show?
Day of the Devs in
Oh,
general,
episodes.
go
Okay.
to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
It's
Thank you
a
to
documentary. It's
all
like
the incredible
25
sponsors that have
hours
been
or
with us
something.
since
It's
the
ridiculous.
I kind of want. I'm interested in watching it, man,
know.
because it's
Yeah.
nothing like getting that behind the scenes. And what, especially with Psychonauts, like how much it
ask for nothing in
went
return
into that.
except to showcase
Yeah.
some incredible games from indie devs
And then
all
being
around
given
the
an
world.
opportunity
So
to go
please,
back and
applause for
put in all the
cool
things that you
logos
had to
on
take
the
out.
screen.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
It'll be
We couldn't do this
interesting.
without you. Thank you. Thank you again to the incomparable Dose One. He's been supplying the beats
Oh, nice.
for all the transitions between all these amazing games ever since we started doing these digital showcases for Day of the Devs.
Dose One is
thank you again.
cool
You're a
musician.
hero, amongst heroes. Go check out his music. It's amazing.
If you've played Disc Room, play that game. He's got his music
Thank you
on
for
it.
watching Day of the Devs yet again.
It's on
If
Game
you're
Pass, I think.
looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com. The URL on your screen. Follow us on social media. We got more coming up this year. Thank you.
Cool,
to our
guys. So
friend
it's like
Jeff
winding
Healy.
things up.
The
So what we're going to do, we'll just do it very quick, I'm afraid. So sorry because we've not had much time to chat before and after.
Definitely
It's
stick
just
around.
very
We're not
frustrating, the
completely done
organisation,
yet.
but I'm really
We have a
sorry to
musical performance
do it that
featuring
way for us.
sounds
But
of
what I
New
want to do is once
Caledonia,
this
thanks to
ends
our
up,
friends who made the game
have a little
Shia.
chat
It's
for
worth
like
it.
a couple of,
It's
like one go each kind of thing, and we'll just talk about what we thought of the show, if that's all right. I feel really rude though, doing it this way, but because I love you all and I want to be able to chat with you. But unfortunately, they've organised this terribly badly. But we've got one last. Is this one last game they're showing off? Sorry, or is this a roundup?
It
Sorry, I
may
missed
be a
that.
roundup from what I'm looking like.
Yeah.
Unless they're talking about, unless they're talking about the chill, yeah.
That's
unless they're
Shia,
doing
yeah,
the chill
yeah.
bit.
Oh, they've got the musician from Shia, I think, maybe. That's what it is. Yeah, they usually do that on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'll bring that down, let that play, and we can just talk about maybe what we just saw. Like I say, I'll go to you first, Still Ray, my friend. Any thoughts about what you just saw? Did you enjoy the show? Any highlights for yourself, buddy?
No main highlights to take away from it. It's not like I went in with wishlisted anything and pulled up Steam. I was like, oh man. Not this time around, but it's definitely going to be one of those where there was some that kind of have my attention, and of course I didn't write them down. But there's definitely some that ended up pulling my attention that I'm going to look out for when I see them again, because I'm always on Steam. I'm always through the different gaming apps that we have on PC, looking at different things that are available. So when it pops up, when those pop up, I'm definitely going to possibly check them out. But this show was pretty solid, man. Overall, I would probably give it. I'll give it a B for the creativity, the diverse lineup that we got. It seems like a lot of interesting games that are in there. And again, just because not everything's for me doesn't mean that, gaming shouldn't be treated as art and you can't pull things out of it that do speak to you in some way. So that's the main thing for me.
That's well said, brother. That is very well said. And we'd love to get more of those great takes back on the channel when we've got a full show to talk all the way through.
Absolutely.
So I'd love to do that, my friend. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Stubzy Baby, what did you think of the show?
Yeah, no, it's a very good show, a good showcase of indie games, a good variety. Hellscape was really good. That was probably the highlight of the show. That was a great game. That Mars First Logistics is interesting. I'll probably give the demo a go of that.
Nice.
And
Yeah, Hellscape looked really good, actually. I really like the look of that.
Summer Hell looked all right as well.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favourites for sure. Yeah, so you pulled some good ones from it then?
But yeah, I'll probably have to go back and have a look. It's hard to remember them all at once. But yeah, overall, it's a good show.
Great stuff. No, good stuff. Well, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, no, it's great to get your takes on that, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. And VJ, my friend, what did you think of the show?
I mean, just to echo what I Still Rain said, I think there's always a tremendous amount of conscious energy that's poured into creating, the joy that we all feel when we come to play some of these games, and in turn, obviously, making these games into a reality. And I think I'd have to give it an A. Just the clarity of what I saw that was on display, the clarity of vision from all the creators. It was really incredible. I mean, my two key games were Still Night's Horror Prom Night and the sheep herding game, Life Loss and Livestock. And,
Nice.
Yeah, they were the two standout games.
Good choices.
Great stuff, VJ, buddy. Yeah, no, awesome. Great to
Also
get your
in
takes.
there somewhere, but obviously.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nice.
Someone used the plunger on it.
Fantastic stuff. Yeah, so basically, great. Coming up next already, that's on the screen for us. That's fantastic to see that that's actually saying that. So yeah, we're going to be jumping over to the Devolver Direct. We are going to stop this stream just to let you know, and it's going to go to a different one, which is already scheduled on the channel, guys. So feel free to join us there, where we're going to pick up from where on the Devolver show straight away. But yeah, my highlights: Cocoon, seeing that, and definitely Summerhill as well was a really great surprise for me. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining us for this Day of the Dev showcase. Sure, it's a bit short and sweet, cutting everyone off. Thank you so much to Still Rain, to VJ, to Stubz for joining me on the show. You've been amazing, all of you guys. All the links to their channels are in the description below, so check them out if you haven't already, because they're great guys and got awesome content. And we'll definitely be getting Steel Rain back on the channel. I know this is your first time, so we want to make a proper time of it. So apologies, it's a bit like...
You're good.
Okay, we'll make that
no
happen.
worries.
Brilliant stuff. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Thanks so much to the chat for joining us. Like I say, hop over to Devolver on the scheduled stream, and we'll be over there in like 2 seconds, basically going live with that one. But yeah, thanks for joining us, everyone in the chat. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back, as I say, with Devolver in about 2 seconds. Okay, guys? Cool. Cheers. We'll catch you again soon, guys, in a minute. Bye-bye.